What's up, everyone? How's it going? In this game, we have Jovi as our orange Abbasid Dynasty player. Up here in the northeast, we have RaccAttack as our blue French player on Gorge. So, this is a solid map. I like this map. It's very multi-dimensional because of how difficult it is to wall off here. So it makes it a little difficult for you to play defensively, but at the same time, you have almost all the resources and all the space you need if you are able to get a decent wall off, depending on the civilization you are. So enough about the map. Let's talk about the players. Jovi here. Looked him up. He is a top 100 player. I'm suspecting that he is an alt of someone's, because I believe this is his first season. He's a top 100 player as random. So not only did he get Conqueror 3, he's also in the top 100 with the phenomenal win rate. He's doing it as random. So in my mind, it's pretty safe to assume that he might be an alt, just don't know who's alt. Meanwhile, over here, RaccAttack, also known as Recon, top 30, top 40 player. He's very solid. He's more than solid. He's a really good player. He's an extremely good player, right? Once you start hitting top 50, you're going to be going against a lot of pros. Even in the top 100, you're going to be going against a lot of pros, more so once you start hitting the top 50. And once you start hitting the top 25, you're essentially one of the best in the world. Like, it's just that simple. So both of these guys are phenomenal, and I'm expecting to see a nice solid game out of both of them. And the best part about it is they're both playing classic civilizations, a very standard 2-year-old matchup we got going on here. Abbasid versus French. Abbasid, in my opinion, they have the upper hand in this matchup just because their spearmen are so damn good. With the phalanx, so strong. They're able to deal a lot more damage to the knights of our French, and French variant as well, Jeanne d'Arc, which I haven't seen a lot of recently in the top 200. It seems like the top 200 like to go into these random spurts of, we're gonna focus more on or less on certain civilizations. I haven't really seen that many Jeanne d'Arc, that many Zhu Shi, or like Mongol. I haven't seen a single Dali in a couple days either, which is very weird. It could just be the timing when I'm looking for games, but not seeing a single Dali in the last few games is pretty astonishing as well. Yeah, Russ. No, I'll see Russ, but Jeanne d'Arc, Zhu Shi, Abbasid is very rare now too. Strange, very strange. Anyways, we have the military school coming up for Jovi. It's going to be done in 10 minutes. This is 10 seconds. This is exactly what they need to do for the Abbasid, because in caster UI, we're unable to see when they are aging up. And there go 2 archers, 2 spears onto the other side of the map. School of Cavalry finishing up very soon as well. 3 villagers were on that. Only 2 villagers on food for RaccAttack. Strange. He is going to be going up to the 2 TC, but he is going to be having idle time. A lot of idle time too. It's already been about 6 seconds. Does do a weird kind of forced drop off there. Not entirely sure what that was. And now he pulls all his villagers off of stone and sends them back to food. I think Rack may have messed up his build order here, because being in the top like this, you shouldn't really be having idle TC time this early on for that long. Like, that was a solid 8 seconds. So now for the remainder of the game, oh well, no, then again, he's French, so he gets the additional production time, so he's never really going to be behind until the 2 or 3 TC comes out of our Abbasid, which it will be. Very standard play from the Abbasid. Going into military wing, 2 TC standard. It gives you the early defense that you need and the early potential to throw on some aggression if necessary, depending on the civilization you're going against. I still open up with Eco Wing, go 3 triple TC. That's what I still do. I like the military wing though. It's good. I like this build. I need to make a video about this build for our Abbasid. For the French, it's just, yeah, there's only ever one opener for the French, and that's School of Cavalry. We really need to either nerf the School of Cavalry or buff the Chamber of Commerce a little bit more in order to make it better, make it more versatile, more variation. That's what a lot of these civilizations need. That's why I absolutely love the Abbasid as well. They have so many variations to their builds, Abbasid as well. But the issue with the Abbasid is that they're just really strong getting into Castle Age, so it makes it tunnel visioned. Trying to get into Fast Castle, Camo Lancer, Golem Spam, or Fast Castle Dervish, grab all the relics. Anyways, that civ isn't here. We're talking about the Abids. 3 archers are out. They will be poking down the spears in order to minimize how many there are for the future attack with. Ooh, 1 villager might be going down. Miss Micro. Oh, the missed focus fire. Is he gonna be able to get out? Yes, okay, he at least gets both of them. That could have been, that could have went poorly. Like, not game ending, nothing like that. Just seeing that level of miss micro right there. He could have potentially sent those villagers out, or excuse me, those archers out, and did 0 damage. Because those villagers would have been safe under the TC from that point onward. Another archer might be going down, but at the same time, a spear. So 2 archers for a single spear, not a good trade, especially since Rack doesn't have any. Wait, what are you doing with these archers? Bon Jovi is gonna be losing one, especially since there aren't any knights out yet either to punish the amount of spears that Bon Jovi has lost. It looks like it is just going to be a straight 2 TC play. Infrastructure is going to be coming down. Military infrastructure, that is, will be coming down for Bon Jovi as well. I don't believe he's gotten the phalanx yet. No, he hasn't, but he has, of course, gotten his hardened upgrade, which is absolutely mandatory. Still no knights out. Still not really much. 31 villagers for Abbasid, 34 for French. French will be getting that equal lead throughout the entirety of the game, of course, because of their civilization. As you see, he's up. Well, he did get 2 villager kills. It would have been tied up right there, but those 2 villager kills did keep our Abbasid back just a bit, but he will be able to catch up ever so slightly until the second TC for our French player does come up. Is he gonna be able to get a villager kill right here? It doesn't look like it. Oh wait, maybe just the one for now, and there is a knight out on the field that will be able to clean this up alongside his fellow archers. Gonna slice one archer down. There is a spear, but that's it, just 1 spear. Second archer getting attacked. I'd like to see the spear get focused down really quick. It's not like he's going to be able to do much of anything. And Bon Jovi does get pushed back all the way home. He's currently sitting on 10 military, 5 horsemen, 4 archers, and a single spear. 39 villagers to 38. RaccAttack will be taking the lead in the next 10 to 15 seconds, depending on how that timing hits. Nice little attack. The horsemen are going to be able to get the wraparound on the archers. Picks off the first one. The second one will be going down ever so soon. The second and the third get killed off at the same time. Good job, horsemen. Fourth one goes down as well. There's still a knight on the field. Is it going to be able to do much? RaccAttack and Bon Jovi both back off from one another. Give each other a little space in order to regroup. 13 military to 3. 43 villagers apiece. Walls coming up on the western side for Rack. And more defensive, like heavily defensive. Is he gonna try for trade, or what's up with this wall that Bon Jovi is getting? All it really protects is some berries and a 4k gold. Interesting. No inclination from either player to go into Castle Age quite yet. Villagers evened up. That's really good for both of them. Not sure how he's still keeping the lead when it's 2 villagers apiece. It's 17. He should have already been taking... RaccAttack should have been taking the lead already. Not sure how that's lining up. 9 villagers are idle for him. 7. He's going up for a 3rd TC. That's a nice position. He's gonna have deer secured plus stone, and then his villager lead. Yeah, well, he should have already had the villager lead. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure how he hasn't already, how they've been even. Aside from idle villager time, like that's the only thing I could think of is just straight up idle TCs. That's why Rack isn't getting as far ahead as he should be. Blacksmith coming down, getting that free +1 melee upgrade. Horseman gonna go in, gonna be able to pick off maybe a single villager, and that's it. Nope, doesn't even get that. Villagers instantly going back in order to start doing what they were doing, get back to work. 3rd TC up and running. Outpost here as well for the added defense. Deer in a really nice position. He has about 4 deer pretty close by. Only 1 deer is kind of far away, which isn't really necessary to try to get a mill next to it at all. So really nice. Super nice for our French player. These walls for Rack though, or for Bon Jovi, I have no idea. He could have easily just probably cut it. Make the wall go here onto this, onto that tree line, cut it into this tree line up here. No, he wants to just narrow it down though. That's the reason for this type of walling. A little bit of a skirmish going down in the middle of the map. Decent amount of knights here now will be able to push this back very easily. There's only a single spear here as well. Oh, it already got picked off. And now Rack gets pushed all the way back home, but he's sitting on 50 military. Huge chunk of his army, basically the entirety of his army up here on the northern side of the map, able to get a couple more villagers, and he's gonna be able to see this town center as well. Just move over like 2 more squares and you'll be able to see it. Horsemen try to get into the wood line. He notices it. He will be able to, if he wanted to, attack, but I don't think he has enough melee here. No, he doesn't. It's purely all ranged, so he wouldn't be able to get a decent torch down at all on that unless he went for battering rams. He'd be able to make 3, yeah, if he wants to commit to that. Still has a decent amount of resources. I'd like to see him go into castle at this point. He has double the military. Alarm bells going off. He has currently Bon Jovi has double the military of RaccAttack. Yes, he is going to be losing the economy or in the economy aspect, but he's doing decent eco damage. He's already killed off 9. He's keeping those numbers a little low. If he goes into castle, he'll be able to transition into, or not transition, but he'd be able to get all his veterancy upgrades while Rack is still in feudal. That'll give him a huge lead when he does decide to push, and it looks like he's actually going to try to do that right now. Keep in mind that once you hit Castle Age as well, your archers are going to get access to composite bows, which allows them to attack 35% faster. So that's an immense difference in the amount of DPS that they're able to do compared to their non-composite bow counterparts. 2 rams. Might be getting another 2. Nope, he spent all his wood. He is sitting at a decent bank though on gold and food. It looks like he might try to transition or might try to age up. Villagers are getting picked off. 2 more go down, total of 11. 2 villager kills for RaccAttack. The rams are going to be going northbound. Try to get rid of the town center that is up there. 76 military, 76. There's the culture wing. Okay, solid play on the culture wing. Transition, get preservation of knowledge, and then he could potentially go into a fast imperial as well, depending on what his eco is looking like. And it actually doesn't look that good in terms of food. He is severely lacking food at the moment. That farm transition. So in that case, I would have preferred maybe eco wing. He is going to sandwich these archers. The archers of the French are going to be out of position. He is going to be able to grab quite a few of them before the fight even happens. And now the first ram does go down. Spears are going to be rotating northbound in order to intercept or deflect the cavalry of our French player. Look at the archer numbers though. The archer numbers for our Abbasid are nearly double that of our French player. Nice stutter step coming out from Bon Jovi, and now the spears are going to get in on the action as well as a few of the horsemen that remain. Extremely good stutter step coming out of our Abbasid player, but he has to be wary of going in too far without enough front line, because a lot of his spears are getting picked off, and now the knights do get into the back line. Nice rotation from the Abbasid spears to get into the back line as well to deter the knights, which they do. Few archers from our Abbasid get onto the wrong side of the wood line. RaccAttack keeping a decent amount of his archers alive, but as you can see, Bon Jovi sitting on 73 military, 51 archers. Castle H does click over for Bon Jovi as well. He should be getting exactly preservation of knowledge first, and then from there you're going to get your veterancies, because that reduces the cost of all technologies by 20%, including your advancements. So get the cheaper veterancy upgrades. Where are these spears going? And it's only what, 30 seconds, I think? Yeah, 30 seconds for that upgrade. So make sure you get preservation of knowledge first before you start getting your veterancies, and boom goes the dynamite. As you can see, the moment preservation of knowledge finishes, he goes into veterancies instantly for his archers, spears, horsemen, and he is also able to afford the composite bow. RaccAttack sitting on a really solid number, on a 105 villagers right now, but that doesn't really matter too much if you're not able to do significant damage on the other side of the map, as well as have a decent military in general. Bon Jovi 80 against 50 in favor of our Abbasid, and more military are coming out. 37 archers, 13 royal knights for RaccAttack. Bon Jovi sitting on 57 archers, 25 spears, 2 horsemen, a single monk or Iman. Is it Iman? Yeah, I believe it's Iman for these people, for the Abbasid, right? Yes, it is. I'm so used to just calling everybody a monk when they're not all monks. He needs to get that horseman number up just ever so slightly. I'd like to see him sitting at about 10 to probably 10 or 12. That'd be a really good number for him to be on, just so he has a tankier front line. The first relic does get picked up. Second relic, where are you, Mr. Iman? He's gonna, no, he's not gonna be able to get that one. If he does, that's gonna be very good for him. And look at the massive attack that's gonna be happening over here right in front of our French player's base. The amount of archers that our Abbasid has is just insane, and not a single not a single mangonel will be able to be made because RaccAttack is still in feudal. So these archers are just gonna have free reign. They do have upgrades. They have their +2 already, so they're gonna be doing 9 damage a pop. With the amount of archers that he has, he will be able to one-shot the knights as well. And I'm suspecting that our Abbasid player is just gonna try to end the game. He should really try to end the game as quickly as possible at this point, or as soon as possible, because he has such a massive lead. He's able to just one-shot the entirety of the army for the most part, but he doesn't have enough of a front line now. All he has are archers. How many Royal Knights are back at home? There's only 3 here. He's already picked off 3 that spawned. Royal Knights are in the back line of our Abbasid base, doing a lot of damage. They've picked off a total of 11 villagers so far. He was sitting on 2 villager kills, and now he's up to 12. So that means, or 17. Wow, that's a lot of villagers going down. That's way too many villagers going down. But he still has to beat the army. That's going to be the issue, is being able to beat this army. When your opponent has almost twice as many archers as you, it's pretty difficult, but he has no front line with it. The rest of the spears are trying to get rid of the military infrastructure in the back of this. The crucial number of archers in order to one-shot the Royal Knights has went down. They are tanking a ton of damage now. They are finally dead. Stutter step coming through for our Abbasid onto the French. He just has too much. He really does. And there aren't enough knights in the back or back at home in order to defend against this. There's a single knight here. There's how many archers though? He's lost. So he was sitting at almost 60 archers. He's down to 25 here with his army. I like that the spears have been killing a lot of buildings in the back of this, but at the cost of about 25 archers. Not sure if that was really worth it when they could have just easily built a ram and went in instead. Alarm bells are getting triggered throughout the map. Little skirmishes. A villager dies to double bitey infantry. Good job, wolves. Get that. Get them kills. 3 relics have been garrisoned for Abbasid. None for French, especially since he just hit castle not too long ago. I really don't expect RaccAttack to survive much longer, in all honesty. He is going to try his best. He is going to try to get that stone count up and running in order to start dropping some defensive keeps. But in the process, he's going to be losing. He's already lost. Look at how many buildings have already been destroyed. There's been about 4 military buildings. And he's supply capped now. 150 out of 150. He has no villagers on wood. Oh, there it goes. He has a few. But he's supply capped. He had to drop 2 quick houses, and now he's spamming up a 3rd as well. 160. 158 out of 200. We're seeing farms getting dropped now as well. He's sitting on 1,500 gold. Basically no wood. Only 2 villagers on wood at the moment, 26 on food. There's a lot of villagers trying to spam up this keep. More go down. A lot more are going to be going down as well. He does get it up though at the cost of about only 4 to 6 villagers, which isn't bad. in order to secure this position for himself. There's still 22 villagers over here on the eastern side of the map. More villagers going down over here on the north. 24 villager kills for RaccAttack and 34 villager kills for Bon Jovi. Major difference. RaccAttack is still sitting on 124 villagers to the 101 of Bon Jovi. 70 military though for our Abbasid. He needs to start adding in a lot more golems, transition into crossbows, which he has been doing already. He has culture wing, so just a little bit more and he'll be able to get into Imperial and start getting those elite upgrades. If I were in his position, what I would do is essentially cut military for a little bit, just a little bit, so I can start going into Imperial to further get that lead. But again, I'm not a top 100 player. I'm not top 200. I'm a lowly conqueror. It's okay. Even pros make mistakes. The major difference between us and them is we make more mistakes, but that's a huge difference. They make way fewer mistakes than your average player does. Offensive keep getting thrown up on the gold, on the 8k gold here. We're gonna see the burn down alarm does trigger, showing Bon Jovi what is going on here. We do need to see walls getting thrown up, and probably you can't really allow him to get that. There was an attempt at another keep over here for the 7,200 remaining gold on the northern side. You can't let him just take this though. It's gonna be really difficult in the long run. We are getting attacked right here at the center of the map. There is a trebuchet. An offensive keep is gonna get tried, or is attempted to get placed. It most likely will, as long as those villagers get there soon. All sacred sites have been captured for our Abbasid. There's 2 springolds, I want to say. Nope, just a single springold out, but it's going to be attacking the infantry instead of the trebuchet. It's not going to be able to get close. Offensive keep is coming down, almost finished, about halfway done. Defensive keep in the wood line getting thrown down as well. That should be up and running. It's not going to be getting denied. But our Abbasid does need to pull back at this point. He's going to start losing way too much. Really nice right there. He just needs to siege from afar. He has the trebuchet. He needs to drop 2 more. Economic wing coming in 20 seconds. He will be hitting Imperial Age. He has a nice economy behind this. And we're getting stone walls thrown down on the southern side of the map to fully secure this area. That's 8k gold that's essentially going to be guaranteed for our French player. Gold up here, 7,200 on the north. I'd like to see an offensive keep possibly for our Abbasid get thrown there. Elite upgrades should be coming through as well. It does look like our Abbasid has control, but you can never count the French out. Another attempted harass over here on the eastern side. 55 villager kills total. I don't know why I said it that way. 55 villager kills total for Bon Jovi. RaccAttack is going to try to secure the northern gold as well. 3 sacred sites. Victory will be approaching, or victory will be done in 8 minutes, 6 seconds. The TC. Just ever so close. It's gonna burn though. I'm surprised that no villagers got pulled in order to try to repair that. Springolds for Springold. Nice little trade. There's still 1 remaining for our Abbasid. It gets pulled all the way back. Nice little attack right here though. The golems are going to be able to get into the back line. There wasn't enough front line for our French, but now it has arrived. The man-at-arms and spears are there. There's a Meganel in the back. Wasn't Wait, I thought we had double mangoes. Are those the ones that actually ended up going down for our Abbasid? Wall's getting attacked. Town center getting thrown down over here. He's really gonna try to make this into a base. Farm transitions looking pretty solid. Decent amount of keeps. Was that one on the east side? Oh, the game is getting very choppy right there for some worrisome reason. And again, right down the middle. Another solid attack. Double, or no, single mango. Mango for RaccAttack though. And now a bombard. How many elite upgrades do we have? Still no elite upgrades, really? Is he running low on gold or something? Yes, he is. He's down to 400. I don't think he has. Nope, the gold is gone. 9 villagers are on gold, but where? Is he moving over? Okay. He's gonna secure up this. He needs to. Oh, Red Palace definitely needs to head over there and try to cancel this out to deny the 7,200 gold. Is he rotating? Holy, is he? If he actually rotates there soon enough, he might be able to cancel that. And it's double important because one, it's gonna delay his transition into, or his age up into Imperial. He might be able to get quite a few villagers as well as securing or denying the gold that's there. Oh, he needs to get there though. He needs to get there in order to deny it. Oh, Bon Jovi. This is going to be very crucial. He does scout it out. There's only 9 villagers technically on it. It's, oh no, is he going to be able to? Yes, he is going to be able to deny it. Barely though, by about 15 seconds. That was absolutely crucial right there. Red Palace is going to get dropped somewhere else. And there's already crossbows here that are going to be able to deny it as well. More villagers are getting pulled. The military is getting pulled down there as well. 22 are going to be popping it up though. Regardless, villagers are going to be going down. It got denied. And or it's getting delayed, and this gold got denied. I'd love to see walls, something, villagers. Exactly, he needs to pull the villagers over there and just eat up as much as he possibly can from it. He can't allow RaccAttack to just have free reign over so much gold for so long. We're what, 30 going on to 33 minutes into the game right now, so gold is going to be very limited. I think, let's say that's 7k, so 9.5. There's 12,000 gold left on the map, and that's it. And more than half of it is up here. 2k, 7k, 9k right here in the northern part of the map. We need to see walls. Guild Hall is gonna go down. Resources were already collected. Okay, not bad. Where are the trebuchets at? Have they already been? Yeah, they have been taken out. There is a bombard. Not entirely sure where it is. Haven't seen it, haven't heard it. What do we have going on? Oh, it's coming down to the southern side. Not enough gold there to deny. There are a decent amount of villagers though, in order to get rid of, or that he can get rid of. 29 in total. This bombard is not going to be able to take out the keep by itself. It almost goes down. Sacred Site victory. 3 minutes. The northern one is going to be secure. Kind of anyways. No, there's too many military. There's too much military there. Oh, nice little attempted sandwich coming through from our Abbasid right there. Able to snipe off the Springolds from the French player and picks off way too many units right there for free. completely destroys that. There is the sacred site in the middle as well that's going to be contested fairly soon. Decent military on the southern sacred site to deny any military from the French to be able to cap that or neutralize that part. Rally will be in the center sacred site in order to defend it. Yes, the keep does go down there, but the keep is still up and running on the northern, as well as an outpost that doesn't have a single emplacement. Actually, neither does the keep. Emplacements need to be put up. It's getting delayed out little by little. He's been able to delay it by probably 12 seconds total so far, but ultimately we'll have to wait and see if it makes a difference. Sacred site on the southern side, that's going to be a lot of villagers and a knight there as well that are going to try to postpone this. Stuck at 2 minutes 1 second. He needs to move some of his own units there though. Okay, he stopped the cap. It is Imperial versus Imperial. Red Palace, of course, went down over here on the eastern side of the map. Central East. Center East. Sure. More villagers. More units bleeding on through, trying their absolute darndest, basically. And he makes battering rams to sit on the sacred site. That's going to be the best way to postpone the sacred site victory as much as humanly possible. If these outposts and this keep had a cannon emplacement, this would be going a lot easier for Bon Jovi in his defense. More units going over to the eastern side to try to kill the battering rams. 1 minute 40 seconds until sacred site victory. What is RaccAttack going to do? He needs to full-on attack one side. He doesn't really have enough resources to do so. He needs to do a massive swarm of junk units basically at this point. He needs spears, archers, to deal in order to, well, that's all his army's really going to be at this point. It's just going to be spears and archers. He doesn't have any gold income. His guild hall has been destroyed, so he's not going to be able to bank anything from there any longer. It looks like he is going to be able to neutralize the western sacred site. Not enough military here for our Abbasid player. Yeah, there's nothing really here for him. 2 horsemen, probably going to be able to do ring around the rosy until more reinforcements arrive. And there is a cannon emplacement on the outpost next to the 8k gold, which should only have, I was going to say about 6k or 7k. Has a little less than 6. This is where it gets a little dicey though for our Abbasid, because now he's just going to be streamlining in a lot of units. As I say that, a chunk of units show up at the same time. Is anything else attempting to get captured? No, nothing in the center, nothing on the south. He has a handful of units there to defend, and he is going to be able to hold the northern sacred site from what it looks like as well. So really nice. A few villagers are getting pulled in order to deal with the rams. Doesn't matter, the keep is going to go down regardless. Another ram is going to be going towards the northern gold, where there is a cannon in placed outpost. He's holding the north, he's holding central, he's holding south. Sacred site victory in 35 seconds. I really don't think there's much RaccAttack to do at this moment. It's been a long drawn out fight, and I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Bon Jovi wanted. He knew that he was secure. He knew he had a really solid position, especially since he was able to secure both of these golds up here as well. There's still 600 gold left on that one, 5,500 gold left on that. GG gets called. Game goes to our orange Abbasid player, Bon Jovi. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.